Is the battery on your Suzuki DRZ400 flat? If so, this video will show you how to recharge it. It's a pretty simple task, so let's get started. To accomplish the task, you would need a battery charger. This one is a car and a battery charger. This was purchased for about 30 Australian dollars. So if you go to your local electronics or car or motorbike shop, they would sell something similar. So it's a pretty inexpensive charger to have in your toolkit when these things happen. Secondly, you would need these three tools that were supplied as part of your motorbike. And in summary, you would need your motorbike battery charger and the three tools that were supplied as part of your motorbike. The battery itself is housed right behind this panel. To access the battery, you would need to undo the screw here, 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 and here. You would then use this one, put it in there. Now, one of the key things here to note is you do not have to remove the seat completely or undo your bolts on the other side. This is just to loosen a bit, pretty much, and nothing more. Use the same tool and undo the screw at the bottom. There you go, that's removed. Make sure that you keep all the screws and the bolts you removed securely. You can just put them in the panels as is if you choose to. Key thing is keep them securely somewhere. You may be wondering why I need to remove this, but to access these wires and work a bit more conveniently, it will be much easier to remove this. It's a pretty easy task to remove this. Take this, open up the thing and turn a bit, lift it up and then twist this up and then twist. The whole panel just comes off. So now you got a much more easier access to the battery panel and makes it easy for you to work with it. There's a plastic cover that's protecting the battery and holding it in place. To remove this cover, just undo this screw there. Just undo these two screws on top of the battery. Leave the screws back in the socket itself. So don't lose them. Just pull the battery out. There you go. Before you start charging the battery, make sure you read the instructions with the recharging kit that you got or you purchased, and also the DRZ400 manual. It's got a lot of safety instructions that informs what to do and what not to do. So it's very important that you read those before you do this. Right, once you're ready to do, as you can see, this model has two options, a 12 volt and a 6 volt. Right now I've not plugged it into the battery, just sitting on top of the battery. It's set to auto pick based on what the battery type is, or you can alternatively choose the mode yourself. Make sure that you plug the positive and negative in the right spots as per the instructions in the manual that came with the charger. In this instance, I would imagine it's mostly common everywhere. The red goes for positive and the black goes to negative. As you can see on the charger, it's still blinking because I've set the mode to manual. So I would just go ahead and press 12 volts because it's a 12 volt charger, and you can see it's turned to red, and I just have to wait for it to become green, which means it's fully charged, which probably takes about 6 hours. Right, the battery is fully charged now, and I'm going to put it back in the case. And then screw the wires back on. Make sure they're positive again in this case. It's red. Here is the black. So make sure that put them back properly. And I'm just going to put the protective plastic cover. Screw that back. Just make sure that it is secure. Yep, pretty good. Now it's just a matter of putting all the panels back on. So let's put this first one back. Make sure that it's not, you don't tighten it. Just hold it somewhere. Right, now let's put the cover that protects the battery pack. Let's lift this front one up a bit. Make sure it goes under the back, it sits there. Sitting properly. At this stage we're not screwing anything tightly, we're just putting them in place. As you can see, they're just slowly falling apart, but we'll get to that. Don't tighten them too much, just tighten them enough so that it doesn't fall off. Just get to screwing this seat first. Bottom here. This is when you tighten them up, turn them, and then put these levers down. And you're done. I'm just going to switch on the motorbike to see if it's all working okay. There you go, folks. That's pretty much what you do. It's a pretty simple task, so just give it a shot. All the best.